Hey, this is my DRUMline. I'm with Bart Spinner of Drum Talk TV. Bart, what's happening?
Hey, what's happening, mister?
Listen, I know that's only your nickname, Dan Shinder. Yeah, I just gave it to you, but how are you?
I have a lot of nicknames. I'm great. How are you, Michael?
You know what? I love Dan Shinder because you're so enthusiastic about drumming. It's just like, it makes me excited.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
We try to put out content that excites people, but also educates them. I mean, we don't want to be too serious or too strict. There's some serious things we get involved in, like breast cancer events and, you know, different things like that. But I mean, all in all, when it comes down to drums and music, it's all about just helping hearts glow and having fun. And, you know, these people that get so critical about drummers, whether it's how they play or their kit or something, it's like, what a waste of energy, you know? It's not about that.
I asked Portnoy about his kid, but that's an exception because I never ask about the kid. You know, hardly ever.
Right.
Anyway, we're hearing Boris the Spider in the background, and the Oxen Loon. But here's the thing: we goof around, you and me, a little bit.
Yeah.
Drum stuff is funny. I mean, you know, I mean, it's hilarious.
Yeah. I've never met a drummer without a sense of humor. I've never met a drummer, me personally, that doesn't support their brethren, their other fellow drummers, and I've never met a drummer who, you know, wasn't willing to share their techniques or styles or tricks or geek out on each other's gear. You don't see other musicians of other musical communities doing that, you know, which is cool. I love that aspect of who we are and what we do.
This show you did, my voice went.
Yeah, whoa.
This show, start over.
This slipped into being 14 years old again real quick.
Yeah, I got excited. You lie when your voice goes up. Was that true? That movie, I Love You, Man? Did you ever see I Love You, Man?
I did.
Hey, I love you, man.
I love you too.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what?
Wait a second. Anyway, you got to see that film. It's
I
funny.
will. I'll check it
It's
out.
one of the funny rock movies. Well, it's a buddy movie. We should do our own buddy movie.
A bromance.
Yeah. What should we call our buddy film?
It's all about drums and love.
All about all it's fair in love and drums.
Yeah, there you
Or
go.
a whole lot of love.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Moby. No, maybe not that.
Maybe skip that one. Leave that for Tishy and friends. What was I gonna say?
Is that thing about that stuff?
That thing about you're being very vague.
Well, you were talking about, you know, we're here for this show.
Okay, not only we're at Oxen Loon,
Yeah.
you did something a little different. You documentaryized this. So talk about the documentary.
Okay, yeah, thank you. This was really exciting. So this is January of 2015, and back in April, they did this for the very first time, and we were fortunate enough, Drum Talk TV, to get invited to cover the rehearsals and do some interviews, and then film the show and all of that. So how we decided to put it together was to, all the rehearsal footage, we put in clips of all the different interviews leading up to the show. So rehearsals day 1 with interviews, rehearsals day 2 with interviews, and we didn't just interview the drummers, we interviewed all the band members for each song.
Wow.
So you got singers, you got the bass players, guitar players, keys, and the drummers. And it's interesting to hear everybody's take on The Who and how each musician of their respective musical discipline was affected by their music. And a lot of, I mean, you're talking about guys in their, well, even down to Veronica in their 20s all the way up to guys in their 60s, you know, who are the Who's age. And the way the Who's music affected all these musicians in such a way, I'm sure it's the same way for a lot of fans. So it was important to us to evoke those emotions from the musicians, to share their stories of what the music meant to them, because the whole thing about inclusion is feeling the same thing. So we know other fans, even if they're not musicians, I'm sure, share similar stories. How'd you find out about The Who? Oh, my older sister went away to college and we listened to the records. And a lot of people have that same sort of story. But then to show in part 3 little short clips of each of the 24 songs they all played, just, it's goosebumps. And I gotta tell you, even if you're not a fan of The Who, even if you've never heard of The Who, this is just a reminder of how absolutely musical their music was, you know? And so it was a real treat to do, and it's on our website. It's called The Ox and the Loon, but the name of the documentary is The Making of the Ox and the Loon.
Wow.
And at drumtalktv.com. Just a real pleasure and honor to do that, and spend more time with a lot of our friends that we don't get to spend time with because we're always so busy. Everyone's doing their own thing, and it was really cool, a real honor. We really thank Joe Sutton and Brian Tichy. Noel was a big help. Lynn, everybody.
Talk about an amazing crew.
Yeah.
I mean, amazing.
And the other thing,
Nicole Russo too with the press helps out quite a bit.
Yeah.
Getting us, you and me in here.
Yeah. And the other thing is that my partner Lori Shub and I, we have a passion for documentaries, and our core product on Drum Talk TV is the interviews you see with big rock stars, jazz stars, educators, different people like that. We do interviews at NAMM, at the NAMM show, and also at factories of makers of great drum gear. This year we're covering it in 4 languages with 7 crews, but to break away and do a documentary fills our cup. I mean, the other stuff we do does too, but a documentary is just a whole other genre of media that we have a passion for, and we're glad that we get to do it in the realm of music, and around drums and just such wonderful players.
Well, your enthusiasm, you can't fake it because you are probably exhausted. You've got 16 people covering NAMM in how many languages? How did all that come about real quick? Just your growth, a little bit of your growth story.
Yeah, well, thank you. We started in January of 2013, and when I covered the NAMM show the first time, it was myself and one other person, a cameraman. And then the next time last year, in 2014, there were 6 of us. Myself and another English language correspondent and a young lady who did some Spanish interviews. And I decided and discussed it with Lori after that, as our audience grew and we really developed big audiences in Brazil, Latin America, Italy, we decided, let's start to deliver content to those cultures and nationalities and to different geographic areas in their language. And I also realized, there's so much at the NAMM show, even just within the realm of drums and percussion and some of the other things we cover, like inner monitors, microphones, other things that drummers use. I said, let's cover it with more people, and let's add some languages and do what we've always wanted to do and create content in those languages. So we've got someone here from Italy working with us. We've got 3 Spanish language correspondents and a Portuguese language correspondent for our Brazilian audience. Next year, we're adding Russian, Japanese, German, French, and Malaysian because those audiences are growing. Now, I will admit, it's the end of day 3, and it's sort of like, wow, what have I gotten myself into sort of things, because the hours are grueling. The NAMM show, we work from basically, we get up at 7 in the morning, we work the show till 6, and then Thursday night and tonight, Saturday, we come here, work for about another 5 hours. Then when we get back to the hotel, I'm charging batteries and all our gear, we're dumping memory cards, sleep for a couple hours, and grab some crap food on the run, get to the show and start all over. But I think I'm the kind of person, I'm wired where I can flip that switch and look through it and beyond it. And it's just really understanding the purpose of why we do what we do that keeps me able to do this, especially at my ripe age of, I'll be 52 in April. I never thought I'd ever work this hard. I've always been a hard worker, but to do what we do does take a lot of work. Is it fun? It's the most fun thing I've ever done. I've toured, I've recorded, I've produced, I've composed. I've never had as much fun as a drummer or a musician than doing Drum Talk TV. I just love it.
I don't even feel like I'm working at this, and I
know you work hard,
but no, it's not work to me. I'm in like Candyland.
Yeah, and it is Candyland for us. It is.
I don't mean to downplay the hard work.
Yeah, no, I don't feel the joy.
But who gets this much fun?
Yeah, yeah.
These guys don't understand that you and I get all the shit to cover.
Yeah, and I don't.
They only get. I mean, they got their career, but we get to like jump in their career and swim around a little bit and do the next guy.
Yeah, it's fun, and I feel like we're all making a difference together in different ways with what you do, what we do. What Sean Golden does, what Modern Drummer, Rhythm, all of us have our own way of delivering information, education, and entertainment from the drumming world. We all have our own way of doing that.
Well, they all inspired me, and they're all different voices, singing the same song, I guess, but you know, different perspectives. I mean, and you inspired me, and I think our growth, we grew from me to now we have Ed, and my niece helped me this weekend, and I've got a guy in Argentina, and I spoke a little Japanese and French today because it is an international market.
I didn't know that you knew Japanese.
Not a lot,
French.
just enough to be polite. Rising tide raises all boats, and your growth helped our growth. But you're the captain, and I just hope I'm not Gilligan.
No, not at all.
Okay.
You're more like the professor.
Oh,
in
am
my
I?
eyes. Yeah,
really?
absolutely.
You're always so nice to me.
Yeah. Well, you do a great job at what you do. I love what you do. It's down to earth. It's organic, and that is what normal people relate to. Nothing that's contrived or you know has some weird spin. You don't have to get too artsy with anything for it to be compelling, and that's what you do. You know.
I get you and I are from the different people, but from the same philosophy. It's not about me.
Yeah.
If it was about me, the show would be called I had a bagel for breakfast.
Right, exactly.
And it's like, who wants to know that?
Exactly. Who would care?
And, how many T-shirts are still available for the week?
Right, exactly. Actually, all of them on DrumTalkTV.com.
And guess what? You can go to DRUMline on our shop section and click on your shirt and buy them.
Yeah. We got like 2 dozen funny
because
funny
we
designs.
promote each other, and
absolutely.
You and I are not recruiting the 1% of drummers that are drummers. We're recruiting the 99% that aren't.
Yeah, and other music fans that just love what the drummers we know too.
Why not go after everybody and raise it a few percent?
Yeah,
more,
exactly.
With drum circles and the cool percussion stuff that there is, and the fact that drums are related to bass, and you can just bringing people in.
Yeah, exactly.
To the party.
Exactly.
We're like a party. Party coordinators.
This is where the party is right here.
We're kind of like Perez Hilton, not Perez Hilton. We're kind of like one of those people. You know, we're in LA, so we're kind of like those people that would have a party. Yeah. And we're just Tishy and Sutton threw a hell of a party.
Yeah, this is a great party, and if you have a bar mitzvah, quinceañera, or wedding, call Michael and I.
We'll come do interviews of your kids.
Red carpet interviews of your wedding party.
We'll bring a pony.
Yeah, we'll talk to the Moyle if you have a brisk going on.
Well, we'll bring a dog and a pony and have a show.
There you go.
All right.
Very cool.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. I really
love Dan
appreciate
Shinder.
it. I love
we
Michael
fought yesterday in jest.
Yeah. Oh, we weren't
now
fighting.
Now we should fight like wrestle for real for supremacy.
Like siblings just goofing.
Should we just? Yeah, we're like drum brothers.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're about the same age, and it's a goatee. It's the key.
Yeah. That's just the key to success right here.
That's
Ask my wife.
That's right.
That's right.
All right.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
That was the best interview that you've ever done.
It probably is.
No, I'm just kidding. I loved it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, deal. Huggins.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
All right, thanks. Bye.